See? That was sarcasm. Now, normally I wouldn't notice that, but today I'm as bright as a shiny new pin.
Yes, George, you're such a bright and perceptive man. It's a pleasure to be around you.
Thank you very much. Telegraph crossword done. Guardian crossword done. And the vast majority of the Smash Hits crossword done. Not bad for 5 minutes' work. Ella, Stanley, what a pleasure it is to see you.
Speak for yourself. Is Janet here?
No, she just left for work.
Oh. I wanted to tell her I've lost my purse, and I'm sure it was stolen by that Liverpudlian lunatic.
Tyler.
Who else would I mean?
Not Sonia.
George, I do mean Tyler.
Well, let's not jump to conclusions, Ella.
I last saw my purse yesterday in the health centre, and that ghastly man Tyler was there. That's all the evidence I need.
Come on, Ella, that's hardly evidence.
He's got a tattoo.
I don't know, George. I'm not prejudiced against him. I judge every man on his own merit. But,
What?
well, he is from Liverpool.
Stanley, we'll get nothing useful out of George. Let's just go straight to the police.
Hang on.
What is it?
There's a CD on here which explains why Tyler is innocent. Now, why don't you have a listen?
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
You're right.
What the hell is that?
This is a health centre, so I came up with a design that represents sickness.
Well, it certainly does that, Tyler.
Thank you.
It looks like you vomited up the wall.
Yeah, but that's only part of my technique.
Get rid of it.
What?
You were meant to paint the walls harvest yellow, not mucus green.
Everyone's a critic.
And you'd better finish it today, else I'll be practicing medicine out of the back of a van on some waste ground.
Right.
And I don't want to go back to those days. That'll make my patients sicker than when they came in.
And that's your job.
Mrs. Raven.
Just getting all the malice out my system before the inspection, Doctor.
Right. I assume you were responsible for the rusty nail sticking out of my chair this morning?
Yeah?
Well, for what it's worth, I'm almost certain I've contracted tetanus.
I hope it kills you, you incompetent old quack.
Excellent. Carry on.
By the way, I found this purse on the floor yesterday. It's still got all the money in.
Oh, yeah, that's mine. I'm always losing it.
Why has it got a photograph of Janet inside?
You know, I found I am a Janet.
Yeah, and it's also got a piece of paper which says, this belongs to Mrs. Ella Dawkins.
Yeah, I must remember to give that piece of paper back.
Hello, Master.
Hi, Tyler. Janet, I've got a surprise for you.
George, if you want to filter my brain, you can forget it.
No, I'd like you to meet some people.
Hello, Janet.
Hello, dear.
Hello? Is that it?
Not quite. Ask them a question. Like, what do you think of young people today?
I think they struggle to deal with a set of pressures from society and the media which we never had to face, and I admire the assurance with which they cope.
Political correctness, has it gone too far?
On the contrary, language is a powerful tool, and it is incumbent upon all of us to make sure we do not use it as a weapon.
Modern art.
A provocative response to the post-postmodern condition. I was just admiring that challenging mural.
Thank you very much.
Oh, God, George, you filtered their brains on that stupid machine. How could you?
I just tidied them up a bit. Remove most of their personalities, and your parents are very nice people.
Change them back.
But before I did it, they accused Tyler of stealing your mother's purse.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's here. I found it.
You see?
Although, sadly, there's no money in it. You can't trust anyone these days.
Ernie, what are you doing?
Well, I hope you don't mind, George. It's not every day I get the chance to use a new computer. You know, this one can do 12 million calculations in just 1 second.
So, what are you doing?
Playing Minesweeper.
Right. Well, I've just come to pick up Ella and Stanley's prejudices so as I can put them back in. Where are they? Oh, yes.
Put them back. Why?
Janet says I've got to. I know it's silly, but there's nothing I can do to change her mind.
George, there is something you can do to change her mind.
What? I do feel a tiny bit guilty about doing this, Arnie.
Guilty? Why?
I don't know. There's just something about artificially reprogramming my wife's brain.
It's all part of a healthy relationship, that you affect each other's thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, but not with a machine.
Okay, so ethically, it's a gray area. But it's perfectly safe. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Whoa!
What's happened?
I don't know. I think I underestimated the amount of pure evil in Mrs. Raven's brain.
Can you fix it?
No, I don't think so. We filtered the others well enough. Let's just call it a day.
Is everyone all right? Okay, come on, Janet, let's get you home.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm tired, George. Let's have an early night.
What?
Actually, I'm not that tired, but we can have an early night anyway.
Are you all right?
Fine. In fact, I feel great, Master.
Great, who?
Master?
Janet?
Yeah?
Ernie, what have you done?
What have I done? I filtered them like you asked. You're the one who loaded their brains back into their bodies.
Yeah, but you labelled the CDs. Look, J for Janet.
That's T for Tyler.
That's never a T.
Come on, George. Early night, remember?
I'm afraid it is.
In a minute, sweetheart. So, we've put Janet into Piers and Tyler into Janet. So that means Tyler must be...
Mrs. Raven, if you think I'm paying you overtime to lie around here all night, you're sadly mistaken. It's the inspection tomorrow, so I suggest you return to your coffin and get a good night's sleep.
Let's go, George. The children will wonder what's happened to me.
That's an understatement.
Ernie, help me.
Go on, George. Stick with it. Remember, you don't have any prejudices anymore. You're open-minded.
You're not that open-minded. Kids, your mother has changed a little bit. Now, you won't understand it, but...
I understand, Daddy. All women go through a change.
Where did you learn that?
On the internet.
You stay away from that internet.
A change is natural, Daddy. It just means the woman produces less estrogen. Is that what's happened?
In a way, yes, it is.
George?
Yes, Janet?
I was just in the bathroom and I noticed something really strange.
Right, the thing is...
Some of the tiles around the sink are loose.
The tiles?
Yeah.
That's the strange thing you noticed. Nothing else.
No,
Right, well, I'll do a bit of grouting.
not tonight, no way. Let's get the kids to bed.
Okay.
It's not Mummy that's changed, it's you.
What?
You and your special friend. Where's Mum?
That is your mum. There's been a mix-up and your mother is temporarily a little bit male. Now, just try not to mention it to her until we get her swapped back. Ernie, tell me you've got the new filter.
Bit of a hold-up, George. The wholesalers are out of stock. Some problem with the post.
How long is it going to be?
2 days, maybe 3. Certainly no more than a week.
Ernie,
You'll just have to play along.
well, that's the weird thing. She doesn't seem to have noticed. She's acting like the same old Janet.
Tyler and Piers are the same.
How can they not notice?
I guess the shock would be too much to cope with. You know, like when somebody loses a leg, but they feel like it's still there.
Hi, Arnie.
Hi, Janet.
Janet, it might be a busy night tonight.
If you play your cards right.
I have to go. I don't feel well.
No, I mean busy with superhero things. Best if I sleep on the couch just for tonight. 3 nights at the most. Certainly no more than a week.
Oh, no, you don't, George.
Oh, got to go.
Good morning. I'm your Healthcare Commission Inspector. I'm Mrs. Raven, devoting myself to the good of your health. Care for a tongue scraper?
No, thank you.
Oh, do excuse me. Good morning, Northhold Health Centre. Sickly or sore, we have the cure. Mrs. Raven speaking. How may I help? Yeah, it really is Mrs. Raven speaking. Oh, hello, George. What do you mean she can't come in today? Well, what's wrong with her?
She's really not looking herself.
Never mind, I do hope she gets better soon.